Hi guys, so today we are doing a subscriber body typing and color typing as well as essence. So if you are completely new here and you don't know what's going on, then I have a ton of videos on my channel about all kinds of things, body typing, color typing, essence, and everything in between. So you can take a look around, and if you are still confused about any of that, then I also offer typings through my website, and you can take a look at the links below or go to miriamstyle.com. And the essence is included in the full report. So the full report is the one that includes the essence, and then the other ones are color typing and body typing. So one more thing I have to say before we get into this is that these photos that you're going to see in this video are photos that were submitted through the website specifically for YouTube videos and other Miriam style content. These are not photos from clients. Like if you were to book with me through the website, your photos are always private. So these photos were volunteered, and if you want to be included in one of these videos, you can volunteer your photos too and just go to the website and upload some photos. And so let's say thank you to this lady for volunteering her photos, and let's get into it. Alright, so here we have this lady, and from the first photo right away, I'm considering rounded mixed for her, which is the closest type to that is theatrical romantic. And the reason for that is because, you know, those softer curls that are small look really pretty on her, and, you know, it's not very much a tousled look. I do see some curls to that hair. And so I am already considering rounded mixed for her, theatrical romantic, just from this photo alone. And I like how the daintier eyebrow shape looks on her too, so that's another clue to me that she could be rounded mixed, theatrical romantic. And from this photo we can't tell too much about her color type, but she does look like she could be olive. She looks like she could be cool in this photo, but overall, I'll talk more about her color type. I wouldn't say she's cool. She looks cool in this photo, but again, it's not natural lighting, so there isn't really that much that we can say about her color type. So in this photo, you can see that she has some curves to her, and it's hard to know with some photos. Like, I know with this photo, like this type of, I don't know what this was taken with, but just from my experience with clients, I've seen that this kind of photo can make someone look like they maybe are taller or have longer lines or bigger bones than they actually do. And I think that could be happening here a tiny bit, where I think she actually in real life looks even more petite than she looks here. Like here she looks kind of like she has an average build, you know, but I think in real life she may actually have a smaller build. So I just tend to know that I think with this type of photo, maybe it was taken on a phone, and that the focal length of the phone can sometimes do that, where it makes it's just the way the focal length works. It can sort of make the person look a little bit like they have longer lines. So here we don't know if this is natural lighting or not. Now I want to say it actually could be natural lighting because it looks so diffuse. It could be from a window. Now I don't know, but from this photo, I'm seeing more of a cool tone for her skin tone. Excuse me. So here, I would say that she, you know, the photo is taken from above. So with this kind of photo, a lot of people are going to look petite. Even someone who's beveled firm can actually look petite in this kind of photo taken from above. So the angles can be really pretty tricky. But at the same time, I think that the fact that the photo is taken from above kind of implies that whoever's taking the photo of her is probably taller than her. So I'm thinking that she could be kind of more on the petite side. Like this photo, I think, is a bit more accurate in terms of what she probably looks like. You know, it's taken from a straight angle, and for some reason it just does not look as distorted as that other photo. And I think that here you can really see that she does have smaller bones. You know, she has smaller hands, her wrists are kind of like thinner and smaller, and she looks pretty dainty and delicate, so I would call her a rounded mix, theatrical romantic. Now, with this lady, if she were my client, I would definitely ask for more photos, because this is really the photo that I would sort of rely on more than these two. so really so far we only have one full body photo, and so I would not conclude anything from just this photo, but from what we've seen so far, I'm seeing rounded mixed for her. And for her color type, now we get to her color type. You can see in this photo, this is most likely in daylight, and you can sort of see that the gray looks pretty disconnected from her. The gray top looks disconnected, and to me that could be an indication that she is not as cool toned as we could have thought she was. And so what I think is happening with her color type is that she's actually slightly warm, like warm and delicate, right? But not in the sense that she should actually, like here, even though this is not natural lighting, I think even those brighter warm colors look all right on her. They don't look terribly disconnected. Actually, this looks more disconnected to me than this. And so this tells me that maybe she does have a tiny bit of warmth to her. Now, here I would say, the lighting is very cool toned. It seems like the lighting could be cool toned. Oh, is this natural lighting? You can see that there's a window there in the reflection on the wall. So this could be natural lighting. So here she does look cooler either way, but I wonder though if she's actually slightly warm and delicate. And so it's because of this photo and this photo. And also because I like the warmer purple on her, like this warmer purple I think is really beautiful on her. And this, yeah, I think this could be the same top that she's wearing. So I'm not sure, but I think that looks really nice on her. So the thing I would recommend for her for colors, and if you're someone, a lot of people who are warm and delicate, and they're high contrast like this lady, they tend to have a lot of trouble finding their colors, because the colors that would look good with their color type, so warm and delicate and high contrast, you guys are really going to look great in dark muted earth tones. And if you are rounded mixed, dark muted earth tones, theatrical romantic, you guys know, like, that doesn't work for you at all. So what should you do if you have this kind of body type and color type combination? For her, I would really recommend warm purples, maybe even turquoises, warm blues, like even cerulean blue, like things like that are like cool colors, but they're going to be warm. So I would recommend anything like that, like even royal blue would be beautiful on her. Again, I think warm purple, so like warm purple will actually be like, technically her best color. And the reason for that is because she's olive, right? And purple is reddish because purple has red in it. And so the reds in the purple are going to contrast with the olives of her skin, right? With the greens of her skin. And since she's high contrast, that specifically is a very flattering combination, and it can really just bring a look together. So I really love like a warm purple for someone like this. That would be like her best color. And also a cool red will actually work really well. I tend to find that warm reds for warm and delicate, especially if they're bright warm reds, they can be too warm, too bright for warm and delicate. And so I would say cool red for warm and delicate can sometimes work really well. But the thing that is really going to set apart warm and delicate from cool and delicate is the entire color family. I would rather see her in a muted navy I'd rather see her in like a warm purple or something than I would in maybe like a pure black, right? Or a charcoal gray, especially the grays, you guys. Like the grays, this does look a little bit disconnected. So if you're cool and delicate, sometimes grays can be tricky, because if you're really close to neutral, you can find that really clear grays like this one, it could be that really clear grays don't work for you, because with skin undertone we're muting with brown, or with beige we're not muting with gray. And so clear grays can look separate from you if you're close to neutral. So if she were my client, I would really ask for more photos, because she's so close to neutral with her undertone. I'm thinking what I said is probably true, like warm and delicate maybe. But this is not natural lighting, so we really can't say exactly what's going on here. But yeah, she could be cool and delicate, and that's what's happening with the gray there as well. So that's another possibility. If you're cool and delicate, you can look disconnected from like a really clear gray, and your gray is more of like a taupe, you know, because taupe is more sort of like a brownish gray, you know, or a charcoal gray, a stormy gray. That will be your gray. So if you're watching this, you know, the lady in this video, her gray is more of a charcoal gray. But grays are interesting to test if you're looking for your undertone. So here, you know, again, I think she looks pretty delicate, you know, I think she looks pretty small, and I would say most likely, yeah, rounded mixed. And here again, you know, well, with the angle like that, you know, she does look like she's rounded mixed here also, but with the angle like that, it can be tricky, like I said, but still, I would say rounded mixed, most likely. Here, you know, again, with the angle being from above, I would say still rounded mixed, but keeping in mind that the angle from above is making her look like even more petite and small. And here, well, here she's starting to look a bit more cool. You know, so I would say that, let's take a look at all the photos. So the thing is that I like this teal on her, so this makes me think that she's warm. That's the thing, is that sometimes in cool lighting, and if you're so close to neutral, you can look like you are cool toned. But then if you are putting on like a teal with gold accents and it looks nice on you and it doesn't look completely disconnected, and you're putting on gray and it looks, you know, like as disconnected as this does, it's kind of indicative that she could be slightly warm. But yeah, so I wouldn't say that she necessarily is warm. I think that we need a few more photos, but yeah, so with this, you know, the thing with pure black for rounded mixed theatrical romantic is that pure black can be flattering, and like dark bold hair colors can also be flattering, and so that can also confuse the color typing, because if you're rounded mixed, or if you're mixed soft, like soft gamine or even flamboyant gamine, mixed-taut, you can tend to look great in like pure black just because of your bone structure, and that can confuse the color typing of the skin undertone. But I would say if I had to choose safely for her, I would put her into cool and delicate. And the reason for that is because, you know, cool and delicate, like warm and delicate can wear cool and delicate pretty well, but vice versa, it doesn't really work. Cool undertones have a very hard time wearing warm colors. So when in doubt, go for the cool colors. And for her, I would say, you know what, go for the cool colors, royal blues, like even warm purples. I know warm purple is going to look great on you. Cool red is going to look great on you. So those colors are really going to look pretty good. Pretty much, you know, regardless of if you're warm and delicate or cool and delicate. You're definitely olive, so I can see you mixing in some green color corrector into your foundation. And at this time, I would say you are rounded mixed theatrical romantic. Now, with more photos, I could probably change my mind, but that's what I'm seeing from this. And now for her essence, I would say that for her essence, she probably seems like she has... you know, I'm kind of seeing a natural essence for her. So, you know, I am seeing, you know, a bit more effortless, a bit more sort of like casual and chic at the same time for her, you know, and I think that's why it flatters her to have a little bit of tousling to her hair, but, you know, still not over the top, you know. Something like this really works for her. And if you have some, like, an essence combination like that, where you have like a natural essence to you and you are, you know, rounded mixed, let's say, which the lines are more, they lend themselves more to like a glamorous look, then you can definitely do something that is like a little, you can add in a little bit of texture, right? You can add in a little bit of maybe textured lace. You can add in some textured hair, a tiny bit of textured hair, even like how she's doing here. It looks a tiny bit tousled on her, and I think that's just right. So you can do things like that. but I would still keep in mind the overall silhouette and keep the overall silhouette as it is. So that means that I would still keep in mind sharp waist emphasis. I would keep in mind pretty fitted shoulders and tapered hemlines, so tapered pants, tapered skirts look really beautiful on rounded mix. So things like that I would still keep the same, but just maybe add a tiny bit more texture, and that can bring in some of that like natural essence, so to speak. So yeah, I would say that from this, I would safely put her into a cool undertone, but I would like to explore, if she were my client, I would explore if she were warm, and I would probably at this point put her into rounded mixed. Closest body type or KB type is theatrical romantic, and I would probably want more photos, and then for her essence, I would put her into natural. So that is all I have for this lady. Alright, you guys, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments down below, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you want to be included in one of these videos, then you can submit photos through miriamstyle.com. And if you are still confused about your body type or color type or essence, I also offer typings through my website, and I will leave a link to those down below. And that is it, you guys. Let's say thank you to this lady for volunteering her photos, and I will talk to you next time.